New contractors, existing contractors, welcome to this video. And as you can already see on the screen here, we got Thumbtack, Angi, and Yelp. These are the big three. These are what contractors are using to rely on keeping them busy nowadays. And I'm going to go into it and tell you why, if you're a new contractor, to stay away from these, because they're just shared lead platforms and where your money actually goes when you invest or when you spend with these companies. So think about it like this. Let's just do Angie's for an example. They're the middleman. You pay them, they post an ad, they get a bunch of people filling out their ad, filling out the forms, and what they do is they charge you for that lead they bring to your business. Because as the middleman, they need to be making their money, right? But when they charge you for the lead, they're charging, four, five, six, up to 10 different contractors. They're charging them the same amount they're charging you. And what that is basically saying, okay, here, I got you the job. Now I'm going to feed it off to you contractors. Whoever's the hungriest for this job is going to end up getting the job. And when people do fill out Angie's forms or when they go on Yelp, they're always going on those platforms for the best price, okay? I'm going to explain to you guys. And what the best price actually is, it's just fast work that's done very cheap. If you're the type of business that doesn't want that kind of look, that kind of branding on your business, I advise you stay away from this, because this is what the customers are going on and this is what they're looking for. They're looking for the cheapest job. Now you're paying per lead and it's keeping you broke. Okay, so this slide right here is basically saying out of 8 jobs that you're paying for, 8 leads, you get 1 job. Let's just say out of Okay, so this is basically saying out of 10 leads, you close about 1 job. You're still fighting over that job with those other contractors. So let's just say you close 1 job out of those 10 leads. And each of those leads costed you about 80 bucks. Now, okay, if you pay 80 bucks and you get a lead out of it, that's amazing. You probably just profited like so much. But you got to think about how much you spent with this company, how much you spent with Yelp, Thumbtack, and Angie's. In a total, you could have spent about $800 with them and closed only 1 job. It doesn't mean that job's only $80. It means how much you've spent in total with that company to acquire that 1 job. It's very hard to kind of calculate your cost to acquire a customer on here, because you're having a bunch of leads coming in and you're kind of just filtering out with those leads so fast, because the leads come in fast and they charge you per lead, but it's kind of hard to track, which one's a closed job, how much have you paid, because they make it kind of hard. Those platforms, they want to make it sound like, okay, you paid this much for a lead and you got that job. The part that they don't say is you've spent already over $1,000 and you've gotten 1 lead so far that's actually paying you. And it's just this consistent hamster roll that you're in. Every single month they give you 10, 15 leads, and you close one of them and you're thinking, okay, I'm in the profits, I'm fine. But what you don't understand is, out of, let's just say, those 10 leads, out of those 9 people that didn't go with you, they're never going to think about your business again. Those are the consumers that are just going for the cheapest work, okay? Keep that in mind. This one's kind of like a repeat, basically saying one homeowner goes out to 5 contractors. They need their house painted, and the winner is going to be the fastest to call and the cheapest to go to. But like I said, you pay either way. You pay the fee either way for this lead. And these guys off the lead platforms, let's just say off Angie's, off Thumbtack, they don't see your work. All they're getting on their end is just a bunch of contractors hitting them up for quotes. So when they're being compared to that, of course they're really just comparing the price. Yeah, I mean, if there is no true branding, like if all they're looking at is just price, they're going to go with the lowest price. And, those are the worst customers that you can get. They want the lowest price and the highest quality. So at the job, they're going to be staring you down. They're going to be asking you why you're doing this. They're going to be asking you a ton of questions. And to be honest, if you don't set the bar right away with your brand image, with how you qualify your prospects, you're going to be getting a bunch of these customers coming to your business that just don't respect what you're doing because of that low price that you're charging. With meta advertising, Instagram and Facebook, they meet you first. They meet your brand. They see your work. They see the problems that you solve. They're not just competing prices. They're competing on quality of work. They're competing on offers. They could see your brand and they could see another contractor's brand and see, who has the better offer or who has the better brand, who do I trust more? So that's what you're actually comparing to when you do meta ads. That's why when you post a meta ad, you want to build a bunch of trust because, like I say all the time, people don't go on Facebook, they don't go on Instagram looking to get work done. They go on there, they see awareness for the problem that they currently have, and they need to tie it down to trust and a very, very good offer that's presented to them. So that's why, Google is a lot better, but you're also competing and you're paying a lot more with those other contractors. Yes, people go on Google and search what they need. That's not always a good thing though, because they search what they need. Boom, on the first page, it's a bunch of different contractors, a bunch of different websites that they have to go searching at. And if you're not on that first page, if you're not paying to be at the top, then luck's kind of out, right? So this is why Meta is really, really good, because you have brand awareness, you build your foundation for you. This is going to be something that's very stable. They don't just see you for the price. They don't just see you for how fast you get the job done. They see the ins and outs of your business, why they should trust you. Okay, like I was saying earlier, the 10 leads that you get off Thumbtack, Angi's, and the one that you closed as an actual job, the 9 of those leads never see you again. But Meta, on the other hand, let's just say each of your leads, you have 5 leads, you close one of those jobs or you book one of those jobs. The other 4 of those leads aren't garbage. They've seen your brand. Most people don't fill out the form or buy the first time. That's a given, especially if it's contractor work. There's a lot more that goes into it. This is why you use a perfect funneling system that nurtures those leads and turns them into real actual buying customers. But the 4, what I really want to say here is that the 4 of those leads that didn't end up booking the first time, they're still being nurtured. So don't count them out. Don't say that they went to someone else, because they're seeing your posts, they're seeing your ads every day, and eventually they're going to turn into these, paying customers. Okay, this is a very good analogy. So with Angi's, Thumbtack, Yelp, you're renting your leads. Like when you're renting a house, you pay every month. It's not an asset to you, you're just paying the landlord. You're just getting by. That's exactly what Angi's, Thumbtack, and Yelp is there for. They're there so you pay them. They bring you leads, but it's not guaranteed to you, obviously. What they're doing is they're such a big company that they're winning. They're getting money off of you guys because you're paying per lead, okay? There's a reason why they can't guarantee their leads or qualify their leads, is because this is what's feeding their business, okay? So it's like rent. And with Meta, you own attention. This is a foundation. This is a structure that's strong that you're building for your business on Facebook, Instagram. You're showing your brand, you're building something that's actually worth it, that's actually strong. All your money, all your ad spend is going into something that's going to be benefiting your business down the road. So what I really got to say here is just stop renting and start owning. It's never, never, never a bad time to start owning. You got to start now, okay? And I'm not saying if you're doing Yelp, Thumbtack, Angi's, to stop that and basically stop that right now and start owning your own thing, okay? You're your own business owner. What's working for you is working for you. This is just awareness to those new contractors or to those people that are just tired of sharing leads. Their sales system might not be the best, and they're looking to stop competing with all these other guys that have such crazy low offers and are doing the job for cheap, that they want to focus more on their quality work. This is for you guys, okay? You want to start owning. You want to start posting on Facebook, Instagram, at least organically, okay? If you don't have the money to be doing ads right now, spending $40 a day, stuff like that, posting organically is just the best way. It's like SEO. You guys ever done SEO on Google, like your website? It's exactly what it is. You post on your page. When people go on your page, they see proof of concept. They see, okay, they're going to look through your videos and they're going to choose whether they trust you or not, okay? It's just like your own website, okay? It's there to show your work. And then when you do have the allocation to, put the money into ad spend, that's for another video, okay? You can look at my previous videos, or we can make even another video going over that. But you want to start owning this, okay? No more renting. No more giving the middleman money to keep you busy with quotes, okay? You don't want that. So put a like on the video, subscribe, just stay tuned, bro, because we're going to be doing this more often, and I'm I'm looking to keep posting on here, okay? Just comment down some more video ideas. I'll hit you guys with some more I'll hit you guys with some more bangers. But yeah, if you guys have questions about, how to actually start running ads, how to start owning, building a good foundation. I do this for contractors, service businesses. I help them with their meta ads to make sure that they're not just getting some shared leads, that they're not just paying for leads that never respond, tire kicking leads, that we actually pre-qualify them with the systems that we build for your business. So comment down below, start now. I'm going to reach out to you and I'm going to set you the expectations of what it looks like for the first month working with me. And yeah, we would just see if it's a good fit. Now, if it is, that's great. If it's not, you just stay subscribed and followed and keep watching my free content. That's all I could ask, all right? But anyways, you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you on the next.